there was a man walking towards us, and then he suddenly stopped and we just didn't think nothing of it. You know, we stopped and looking at the views. And then he turns, watches us walk past, puts a balaclava on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to bring up a very pertinent point in the online space, right? And that is whether or not you should pimp out your kids or expose your kids or use your kids in, you know, whatever way possible. In particular, we talk about the Inghams a lot and the way that they are exposed online, like the, you know, in their bikinis and swimwear and things like that on the beach or in the pool and things. They are not the only people that do this, by the way. It is quite common over the internet. But this comment from Esme is very indicative of how these people defend themselves. And I'm very aware that she's still a child, but it just goes to show how much she's been indoctrinated into thinking this is true when it's actually a load of shit, right? Sorry, Esme. Yeah, sorry. So she was asked this question. Yeah, but your parents brought you up to be posted online in swimming costumes and be on video every day for randos and even old men to see, which is very true. That is exactly what happens. But Esme replied, and you know this is come from directly from her parents, but she replied, they see no more than what everyone else in that pool or beach sees. It's no different. And then a skull emoji. Brilliant. So that is just untrue. Okay, it's factually incorrect. First of all, the people at the pool that are watching her in her bikini and things like that, there are like a handful of people at the pool, right? There are thousands of people online watching her. There's a huge difference. There's thousands of people. There are up to like 40,000-50,000 people a day watching those vlogs, right? Completely different whatsoever, and entirely. On top of that, the people at the beach, they're not bringing out their cameras to take pictures of her, right? And if they did, then you would kind of think, okay, yeah, this was maybe a little bit strange, and perhaps let's take our kids away from this situation so that randos don't take pictures of our kids in bikinis whilst we're out at the pool, right? Whereas online, men or women can just randomly, you know, screenshot you or download your clips and then throw it around the rest of the internet. So to say that that is the exact same thing is absolute crap, for one thing. Now, this brings me on to my next point, and I'm going to introduce to you a new family here, because this was popped up in my feed the other day, and I was actually astounded by what actually happened. This is a family called the Six Little Lambs. Never heard of them before, but they only got like 2,000 subs. But I was drawn to the title of the video. We took a trip to the seaside and someone creepy followed us. Now, I don't think they're talking about Chris here, so I'm wondering who is, you know, is this clickbait, or have they actually been followed by someone creepy, and what the fuck's happened, right? So I was actually intrigued, genuinely, to find out what was going on. So I had a look, and yeah, it was a little bit odd.
But we're out of breath because I'm pretty sure we've just been followed. Ebony was onto it straight away. You knew exactly what he was doing, didn't you? As we were walking up the sandbank, there was a man walking towards us, and then he suddenly stopped and we just didn't think nothing of it. You know, we stopped and looking at the views. And then he turns, watches us walk past, puts a balaclava on, walks behind us. So I stopped because I was like, at this point, no, this is shady. Started taking my stuff out of my handbag, like my key and stuff, and shoving it in my bra. So I thought, if he takes my bag or anything, this is my thought in my head, if he takes my bag or anything, at least we can still get home. It's nothing in my purse really or anything like that. So I was just like, done that. And then he carried on walking in front of us, but he was walking slowly and he was crisscrossing in front of us like this, turning around, spinning in circles. So Renee hadn't got onto it at this point, but Ebony was onto it. I could tell by the way she'd moved closer to me. I'd said to Renee, "I'll come over here and walk by me." And I said, "Oh, we're going to go meet your dad over there." And Renee's going, "Me dad? Where's me dad up here? Where's me dad up here, Mum? Mum, how did me dad get here?" And I'm going, "Renee, he's there, look, there he is. Hiya!" Like that, making a show of myself. And then I seen this group of people, so I ran towards them. And he sat on the bench behind us while we went into the park to like get away from us. So then I was like, oh my God. And then 3 other men came up and met with him, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just meeting up with them. And then the 3 men all went in different directions, and I was like, oh no, I don't like this. So I was like, we're gonna have to go when there's crowds of people leaving. Renee was like, "Why did you say my dad was here?" I was like, "Because that man is shady." And she went, "Oh, okay, so what are we going to do? Is there a different way out of here?" I said, "There isn't, but we'll just wait for the crowd of people and walk with them." So we did. We waited for another girl. She was on her own with a baby as well, and I thought, just in case. So like I ran towards it and we walked up with her, and I went, "There's your dad there," dead loud. I went, "He's gone the opposite way, silly." "Ah, yeah." Like made a big thing out of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
And he walked the opposite direction. Tell me that's not shady without telling me that's not shady. So I just said to the girls, if anything like that ever happens,
Just go on to it.
like even if you're on your own, always act like you're meeting up with somebody. Go and talk to a complete stranger and be like, "Ah, yeah," and tell them, you know, I think we're being followed type of thing. But that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Was I being paranoid? I don't think I was.
He was actually following us.
It was pretty scary. I wouldn't have, do you know what, it wouldn't have bothered me if he didn't put the balaclava on. The second he put that on, I was gone.
So clearly that was a worrying situation. She had like 6 kids with her or something like that. So, you know, you have to do what you got to do to keep the kids safe. Right now, there's 2 reasons for me pointing this video out to you. Firstly, I want to just say, back with the comment about that Esme was pointing out that it's completely different, you know, online to real life, what is not, right? As you can see, this was a situation where there was no indication whether this man or men were after the kids or whether they were after the lady there, but the situation was that you know, it was dangerous either way, right? Now the other aspect is, having got their kids safe and out of that situation, which was clearly a worrying situation, and clearly it was dangerous, and clearly you don't know whether the men were after your kids or stalking your kids or wanted your kids or were going to take them or traffic them or whatever that they wanted to do. Now, what's the first thing that you don't do if that has actually happened, right? And you've got out and you've escaped and you're relieved that you've escaped and everything else. You don't go and post your children online where those same men who were acting shady around your children will now be able to watch your children online again. Do you see where I'm coming from? This is like just leave your kids offline. It's like saying, well, it's more dangerous in real life. That's the point I'm making about Esme. She's saying it's more dangerous in real life. You know, it's no different to real life to online, and online is not that dangerous. So when these have had a dangerous situation with men acting shadily around their children in real life, but then she goes and posts the same thing with her children online and she thinks nothing more of it, so now those men who were potentially following your children have now access to your children. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, that was just a little point. I wanted to point that out because it actually astounded me when I watched it, and I think that more people need to take responsibility about posting their children online, because it's not safe, right? It's no different to posting it it's no different to real life, right? In that sense, Esme's right. It's not worse. Well, it's worse online, right? But it's no different in danger if somebody approaches you in real life to approaching you in online. Anyway, please remember that, everybody, not just influencers, just YouTubers or TikTokers or Instagrammers, everybody needs to know that, and everybody needs to take accountability for their own children's safety and well-being, please, because I can't do it all for you, right? You know, I have a life, so, although some people would say I don't. Anyway, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.